So kann man es auch sagen.
This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation...
Tja, das ist wohl nicht eingetreten, ha?
They found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away.
Das ist wie bei, oh, wie hieß der Dings von Jan Ling? Hier, ihr kleiner Goba? Wie bei ihm. Er hat ja auch, sein höheres Wissen verloren, als er dann die Menschen gerettet hat.
Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Tja. Nein, wirklich.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery.
Okay.
Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Na dann. Einmal zurück. Obwohl, ich würde schon das hier gerne mitnehmen. Ich glaube, ich nehme das erstmal mit. Huch. Moment. Das gucke ich mir auch nochmal an. Wenn ich da hochkomme. Ach, natürlich. Ach, warte mal, da vorne geht's, glaube ich, besser. Na! Nicht da lang. Hier. Nein! Mensch! Also dieses Klettersystem. Meine Güte, wie kann man sowas nur verhunzen? Ja. Leck mich. Meine Güte. Und dann haben sie schon diese komischen Dinger, aber die sind auch nicht überall. Na, wenigstens etwas. Auch wenn wir dann dafür beinahe die Knochen gebrochen haben. Jetzt mach. Nein! Da wollte ich nicht hin. Hallo, nimm das mal mit hier. Dankeschön. Und da ist es doch. Das wollte ich haben. Für mehr bin ich doch gar nicht hier hoch. So, wo ist jetzt das andere? Ach, da hinten. Meine Güte. Also, ich weiß echt nicht, wie man sowas so sehr verhunzen kann.
Useless.
Das klappt doch sonst überall. Und sonst ist doch hier so viel Cooles. Ah, das haben sie so richtig... Ja, verhunzt halt, ne? So halbgar. Ja, und hier ist natürlich keins von diesen komischen Dingern, dass wir da so einmal außen rumlaufen müssen, ne? Ach, Mensch. Na, ein bisschen spät. Ja, wenigstens müssen wir nicht ganz außen rumlaufen. Güte. Okay, dann haben wir das gleich. Und dann können wir zurück. So. Na, dann gib mal her hier. Dankeschön. Jupp. Hier. Ja, können wir gleich reinmachen. Dann haben wir's. Okay. Das hätten wir. Dann geht's hierhin zurück. Ah, hier sollen wir wieder rein. Okay. Dann machen wir das.
The village keepers you found have all been
Yeah.
returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
Ja, finde ich auch.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
Tja. Das wussten wir aber von Anfang an.
Say something. Stop spacing out.
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Ja.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
I'm so coming with you.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gute
That's
Frage.
above. You're not talking about work, are you?
Ja. Okay, dann teilen wir mal unser Wissen.
So you were still withholding some information?
Ja. Okay. Na dann. Ja, ist ja gut. Na dann erzählen wir mal. Na endlich.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
Tja,
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
na dann.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Definitiv.
Still,
Habt ihr irgendwelche
now's a
Ideen?
good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
Ja.
So, everyone,
Ah, wenn
Are
ich
we on
eine
the
Idee
same
hätte, dann
page?
hätte ich sie erwähnt.
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Ja.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep,
Ja.
it'll work out for sure.
Ja, vor allem von dir. Vor allem von dir. Ach ja. Ich habe so gar keine Idee. Aber cool. Ja, dann gehen wir mal raus. Irgendwie müssen wir ja an die rankommen, aber wie? Und stehen schließlich 2 Fatui im Weg. Ah ja, okay. Ach, das war das, ne? So. Ja, das reicht. Ah, was haben wir denn da noch? Oh ja, einiges. Okay. Können wir hier auch gleich nochmal was übersehen? Ach ja. Meine Güte. So unscheinbar. Ja, nehmen wir gleich zwei. So. Mit Candace. Wo ist sie denn? Ach, da unten. Na dann. Reden wir mal mit ihr.
Candace, we're here!
Ja.
Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Oh, ich war doch gerade da oben.
Let's...
Please, wait a moment.
Ja?
Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
Ja.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Ja,
Okay.
klar. Na dann, let's go. Laufen wir mal wieder hoch.
Everyone's here so early! But
Ja,
why isn't anybody talking?
gute
We
Frage.
already discussed things a bit.
Oh,
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
ja.
Very well.
Are you
Eieiei.
sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
Wir sollen doch nicht allzu
The point of
riskantes
discussion is to arrive at a
versuchen.
solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
Ah, ja.
You're making Paimon nervous.
Ja, dich macht alles nervös. Aber ich wüsste den Plan schon gerne. Also ein bisschen mehr, als dass da nur riskant ist, ne? Na, come on. Wirklich? Ernsthaft?
You're finally done.
Ja.
I have some other
Anscheinend.
stuff to take care of. Catch you all later.
Ah, ja.
Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
Ja.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care.
Die Haare irritieren.
Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions.
Ah, ja.
And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Ja, dann.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Oh, das ist doch was.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very
Yep.
glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your
Aw.
safety is the most important thing.
Na
Only
dann.
when you're saved can the plan be successful. So please, take care.
Oh, danke schön.
You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice.
Natürlich.
Good luck. With
Na dann, kann ja nichts schief gehen. Gut, dann treffen wir uns mit Alheife. Wo denn? Ach, da vorne. Ja, ich nehme mal ausnahmsweise mal die Brücke. So, ihr beiden.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Ah ja.
Okay.
Them.
Have you finished
Moin.
saying your goodbyes?
Yep.
Yeah. Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Ja.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it.
Das stimmt.
I hope this is clear to you.
Ja.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Naja, wie er gesagt hat, das wird kein Spaziergang.
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Ja.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Ach,
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the
Nein.
advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment.
Ja, so kann man das auch sehen.
That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge.
Ja.
You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this.
Naja, das Akasha hat diese Info nicht.
I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge.
Das
But
kann
the
sein.
academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The
Gut
Withering,
möglich.
Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
Tja.
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces.
Ja.
To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
Ah ja. Ach ja. Das kann ja mal wieder was werden. Wo waren die? Ach, da. Na dann. Let's go. Naja, wir müssen Nahida retten. Da führt kein Weg dran vorbei. Wir brauchen sie. Ah, da oben. Ernsthaft? Was hat er vor?
Ah, they're here.
Ah ja.
What are they doing here?
Gute
I gave
Frage.
them some technical work to do.
Ah.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
Ja.
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aha.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Natürlich nicht.
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
That's an interesting response.
Ja, irgendwie
Anyway,
schon.
we're not going to use this just yet.
Ah ja.
As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yep.
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this.
Okay.
Now, please get ready and put on this device.
Das war so
You
klar.
want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Ah ja.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud.
Okay.
It's done.
Was für ein sonderbares Erlebnis.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
Alles gut.
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
Ah ja.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Aha.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And
Ah,
that's
yeah.
why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
Ah ja.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could
That's
say that
ridiculous.
those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right
Damit man die
hands.
Grenzen nicht überschreitet.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat.
Okay.
I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Okay.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Ah. Ja, das sollten wir vielleicht mal machen. Dann können wir sie endlich mit ihren eigenen Waffen schlagen. Das wäre zumindest mal was. Dann würden wir endlich mal Fortschritte erzielen. Okay. Da müssen wir hin.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree to it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I
Vielleicht sollten wir
did.
mal reden.
And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Hathem's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Hathem for suggestions. Had I known Hathem would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here.
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know.
Ja, dann
Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Reebok would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Hathem told you.
Doesn't Alhaitham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done.
Ja.
He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove.
Ah, Mensch.
I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
Tja.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey,
Yep.
is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
Tja.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends. But the goal we are about to achieve is even more important.
Wir müssen die Göttin befreien. Wir müssen Aida befreien.
We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, Lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse.
Tja.
But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety.
Stimmt.
Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Stimmt.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
Na dann.
The guards
Haben wir
should
den
be
Streit
stationed in the
beigelegt-
courtyard
beigelegt.
nearby. You can find them there.
Eieiei, dann geht's ja jetzt richtig los. Auf in den Kampf oder so.